Hello and welcome. Amir here with another React challenge that could really give you an edge on your interviews. Today we're going to implement use hover. So suppose that we have an element here and we want to be able to trigger something when mouse hovers and when the mouse leaves that. So if you like to try this, please pause the video and do so. Otherwise, let's get into the code. Okay, here first I would define the element that I want to see the hover on, so hover me for example, and do it like this. So this is the P. Let me add some style to it so that I can see what's going on, some padding and some background. Let's say pink, and this should be like this. Okay, now I have the hover me. Great. So I want to be able to see if we have hovered this P later on or not. So I need to be able to access that. So I need to have a ref, and let's call this P ref because this is a P. And I would define a ref here. So P ref is use ref. And in the beginning it's null. I need to define the use ref up here. So use ref. And I have a ref to this element. Okay, now to the interesting part. Let's call our hook use hover. And we need to be able to hover an element ref. So let's call this ref. Then we would have an effect that would run when the ref changes. Now, the thing that I do here is I need to be able to detect if the element is hovered or not. So I need to have an event listener. And this should be like this, so the error goes away. Document.addEventListener, and I need to listen to the mouse move, and let's say handle hover. Same thing for the remove event listener when the mouse goes out. This is basically mouse over, and this is mouse out. So when the mouse over happens, handle over, and when the mouse out, let's say handle out. These are the functions that I will define, and of course when the component on mounts, I want to remove these two listeners, and this should be remove event listener, and here as well. Sorry, this is add event listener as well. So we have add event listener to the mouse over and add event listener to the mouse out, and when the this hook on mounts, we would remove those listeners. Now let's write these two functions. We can do it here. So const handle over is a function that of course will receive an event, and the other one is handle, let's say out, that would get an event as well. We can prevent the default on these two, and then check that if the ref is there and this ref has a current like so, and that current contains, this is the important point, contains e.target, So when we hover on something, it would tell us that what is hovered. The thing that is hovered is part of this ref or this ref, then we know that we have hovered. So here for now we can say that log hovered. Same thing for handle out. So something like this, we can say that out. Okay, so we are done with these two, handle over and handle out. This is handle hover. Handle hover and handle out. Now I need to be able to call this function down here so that we can listen to the hover. So use hover, and then we can pass in the pref. Use effect is not defined, so let's go here and say we have the use effect as well. Okay. Now when I hover, I can see that I have hovered and I get out. Great. So let me close this one. And the thing is that this contains, basically works with the P and whatever is inside that P. So if I have a, for example, span here as well that says this is a span and it's like positioned fixed, it still works. So let's have the style here, and let's say this is position fixed. Bottom is 0, left is also 0, and let's give it some background as well. Keep it pink, like so, and some padding to see it. Now it should work with hover, which it does, and with the span. Okay, great. Now the only thing is that we don't want to hard code the console log here. We want to be able to call the function that is being sent from here to here when the hover happens. So we can say that on hover callback do something. I would keep the log for now. I am hovered, and on, let's say, leave callback, I am not hovered. And I want to pass these two functions to this hover. So on hover callback and on leave callback. And instead of using these two logs, I would call these two functions. So let me grab these two and grab them here and call this one on handle over, like so, and call this one here. Now we can also check here that if the on hover callback is being sent, then call it and do the same here. Check that on leave callback is called, then call it here. Is defined, then call it here. So let's go here, close everything. I am hovered, I am not hovered. I'm hovered, I'm not hovered. Great, so we are basically done with this tutorial as well. I hope you enjoyed the video. If that's the case, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you really feel like to support the channel more, there are links to donation in the description part of this video. Hope you have enjoyed the video and see you in the next one.